Hi, this is Chris. I'm in my car again. I was only in my car a couple times. Well, every day I'm in my car, but for videos. And it's just, I can slowly imagine myself turning into one of those guys who just screams in his car. Because I know why those people make those videos, because it's like you're in your car, no one can hear you scream. But their neighbors can, so I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that. I'm just saying that just to be stupid. But elevators. I'm going to turn the car off here so you don't think I'm going to be driving and talking into a video camera, which is fucking being done right now as we speak by some stupid fucking social influencer. Social influencer. That's a great title. That's what I want to be, a social influencer. Because I feel that I am so great that I want everyone to, be dazzled and bedazzled by my influence. So anyway, the elevator. Elevators. Let's talk about elevator etiquette for a second here. Elevators. Everybody takes the elevator, right? You press the button and it goes up or it goes down, and, that's batteries low. Exchange batteries.
Well, the battery died on the fucking camera, so I'm here at the house. I got inside, and now I have just a little bit of battery left to tell you about elevator etiquette. Okay, I like the sound of that, elevator etiquette. There's a great equalization in the elevator world because you have to let everyone off the elevator before you get on, no matter who they are. I don't care if it's a woman, and it's ladies first. That's kind of like, that's old-fashioned. It doesn't sound right anyway, and it's polite, but at this point in time, do we need to still, I don't know, maybe we do, maybe we don't, and I'll talk about that for a second before the camera dies and before my will to continue dies. But the fact that you're waiting for the elevator, you should never wait for the elevator like this. You should always assume that somebody will be on the elevator when the doors open, because the doors open like this, okay? Or maybe they open like this, all right? But either way, stand back from the elevator doors because somebody is probably coming out. And if they're not and the elevator's empty, then bonus for you. You're like, yeah, bonus. Good for you. But assume that someone's going to be there, so get the fuck out of the way, okay? And this is not a situation where it's it's a woman, it's a lady, it's an old man it's a wheelchair. Nope. This is the one case, okay, folks, where no matter who it is, you don't have the right of way, okay? Say you're like, I go first. I go first. No, the people on the elevator always go first. Always, no matter who they are and what their, situation is, and if I'll act polite after you. No, because you cannot board the elevator when people are still on it. Okay, so physically, two people cannot occupy the same spot at the same time, and my battery's gonna die again. So if it does, I'm sorry, I'll continue this rant. But anyway, until then, get the fuck out of the way of the elevator, okay? Don't stand there and expect someone's going to let you get on the elevator because they're trying to get off. Let everyone off before you get on, is what I'm saying, okay? I know that's hard because we live in this selfish society where everyone's like, me first. And we could talk about that because there was a time when opening the door for a lady, and just that word lady, can we get rid of it? Unless it's a Kenny Rogers reference to a song that came out in 1979 or 80. Lady. Or is that Lionel Richie? I always get those two songs confused. But please, it doesn't matter who you are. You need to let people off the elevator before you try to get on. Duh. I'd like to also talk about holding the door for a lady. This is an old-fashioned kind of thing, and it always confused the fuck out of me because I have social, anxiety and I'm very awkward at certain times. And very smooth at certain times. So I'm an awkward, smooth kind of, and it depends on the day. But anyway, I've often held the door open for people, and it's a polite thing to do, right? And sometimes thank you. And then sometimes when people don't say thank you, I get mad. And sometimes people would get mad and be like, "You're welcome." And I'm not going to do that. But sometimes I did. So depending on the day. I would just open the door for everybody. I don't make distinctions, and I'm not like, "Oh, here," It's very old-fashioned and very dumb and a little creepy. And my reaction, or the reaction that I've gotten sometimes from young women, is frustration, or just when I'm just merely opening the. I don't know what to do anymore about opening doors. The pandemic was great because it was like, "Oh, I'm not touching that door. You open it," right? So you would open the door for yourself, and basically you're just like, "I don't know what to do." So the situation there's a certain segment of the population of young, white, privileged, pretty girls who think they own the world, and maybe they do. I don't know, but I don't give a fuck. And whenever I have an encounter with one of these people who think automatically that every older man wants to fuck them, which is just, I understand how that is because there's a lot of lecherous, older dudes, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not aroused by stupidity, so you don't have anything to worry about, ma'am. So basically, I don't open the doors for them anymore, and I didn't. And because they would get offended, because I was like chivalry and ladies and that whole bullshit that is like old-fashioned. I'm like, and they get mad because they're progressive young women who don't need any man to open the door for them because they can open their own door, and that's fine. I understand. I'm not trying to be chauvinistic, but I don't know what to do anymore. So basically, when the situation arose, I would just slam the door shut behind me because I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody, but I also don't want to have anyone think that I'm an asshole. Too late. I tried to be nice sometimes, and I would open the door. I'd open the door for a man, woman, doesn't matter. I'd treat them all the same. But then some people took offense to that. Some people took offense that I opened the door. Like, I'm trying to do you a favor. It's like the toilet seat, It's like, that's beyond my fucking thinking. It's like, it's not that I'm a chauvinistic, uncaring person. It's just that the toilet seat is fucking way beyond, the things that I have to... Okay, so the battery, see that thing right there? You can't see it. It's amazing. I don't know how this like ghosts, like paranormal here, because I can see the battery light going beep, 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 and you can't. It's amazing. It's like I don't know. It's incredible. Anyway, I just didn't want to make people think that I'm a fucking asshole, because they don't need to think that. Sometimes I am. Sometimes you are, but don't stand by the elevator door and expect that people are going to let you on the elevator before they get off. Number 2, evaporated milk. Evaporated milk is great because you can carry it anywhere. I have some right here. Here's my evaporated milk. It's like right here. Can't see it? I can't believe that I can see it. You can't see it, just like the battery light. Incredible. Just having a bit of anxiety because I have to go back. I'm going to a memorial service for a friend that passed away, and I have to go back to the hometown. It's kind of like, yeah, that's why I left. So I'm just basically trying to talk this through to try to make it better so that I can just at least go down there without having a panic attack. Now that I don't drink alcohol, that was my main pillow to deal with Connecticut, was just drink until I just drink, till I'm drunk. But I don't do that anymore because it hurt. Because basically I stopped because it basically hurt my butt. And basically when you're over 50 and your butt hurts, it's a problem. So I stopped. I know that's too much information, but
You know, there's a fine line between too much information and not enough information, and I'm an advocate for communication. So too much information is basically the route, is it route or route that I take, which is too much is okay, because you can always filter out what you don't want to hear.
Be frozen in time.
It's frozen in time. It's a time capsule. This whole place is a time capsule. Yes, there's mold everywhere. Oh, that's a nice radio. Did you see that? Did you see that radio, folks? That was cool. I liked some of these abandoned shows, especially when I know it's not me, you know, because I wouldn't want to be abandoned. And so, you know, this show is about houses. It's not about people. So get it straight, Chris. Next time you know it, it's the next time you know it. So I'm lying in bed now because I have exhausted myself. It was like a manic episode. I'm just going through, and that's what happens when you're, you know, bipolar. You tend to go up and down, and I was just like at a point where I was just very animated, very angry, and just nervous and full of anxiety that I gotta go down. It's just making me a little bit nervous. So I thought that maybe making this video and rambling on about other things might help. It's gonna go again. This is kind of fun. It's like you got to get all your thoughts down before the battery goes. So it forces you to sort of come up with some ideas and brainstorm, you know, like you're in a meeting at work. It's like a flip chart, you know. It's like, okay, let's talk about some of these other issues here. Well, why don't you start us off with, you know, what do you think? Oh, I think we should all think outside the box. That's when I got in trouble. I said, think outside the box. So I got up on the table, conference room table, and I just started singing a song. Because it's like, I'm thinking outside the box, la 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 la. And then they got all mad at me, and I'm like, well, you told me to think outside the box. And I'm like, you didn't specify which box to think outside of. You know, color outside the lines, think outside the box. That's all, you know, and just like, you know, when you get on an elevator, make sure someone's getting off first. You don't want to, like, push people onto the elevator. They're trying to get out. Let people off the fucking elevator. I think that was the original point of this whole video diary, was to allow folks off the elevator before you get on. Okay, now I'm just getting worked up again. All right. Never mind. Okay, do whatever you want. Okay, just push people out of the way, right? Get to where you're going. My dues have not been paid, and they have left the building. Elvis has left the building. That's a great story about the guy who was the first person who said that. He was asked to, like, you know, say something when Elvis went off stage to do drugs, and he's like, Elvis has left the building. To, you know, that was never copyrighted. He was never paid. He died penniless and angry, and when he died, people were like, let's say his name was Joe. So at his funeral, they were like, Joe has left the building.